We just got back from San Diego picking up a 2024 YZ450 from the auction. And they said that it's got some engine noise to it. But for the most part, every time that we've gotten a bike from the auction, it's been something stupid like hadn't had any gas, or TPS was off, or the idle was too low so that it was causing the cam chain to go. So we got this one, and it's a little bit more than that. So I don't want to run it for more than that, but we're going to dig into this thing and see exactly how bad. It sounds like something with the valve train, hopefully, but I don't know. There's a lot of noise from that. So here we go. Let's see how bad we are going to get screwed on this one. I don't see anything super obvious. Dots on the header lined up. That oil's clean. Somebody had just done it. So what do they know that we don't? There's nothing popping out to us on anything that we can see so far. We did plug it in to the Wi-Fi just to see, and it says it's got 164 hours, but it is so hard to believe that because everything on this is clean. There's OEM coolant. Still bright blue. I know it's been on the street, but there ain't no scratches. You can see there's a different set of brake pads that have been in here. But if that is the OEM sprocket, which is a Sunstar, which do come stock on the Yamahas, there's no way that thing has 164 hours. I mean, everything on this bike is just too clean. There's barely any scratches. Even for it being laid over, the grip is done, but the radiators are pretty straight. Like, not seeing it. You can see the motor mounts have never been touched, not a wrench mark on any bolt on this bike. Here's the other kicker. Yes, it's bald. MX-33. Made in 2023. Not a single spoon mark on the tire. Scratches on the inside, but not a single tire iron mark. So there's no way that you get 164 hours on street for a dirt tire like that. I mean, I don't see it happening. The mystery continues. Ugh. Pulled out the plug. The plug is okay. I mean, probably never been pulled out before ever, and I don't know. Dude, you would still, even if you blew a crank and there was brass in it, it would still settle. There's no way you can get all of it out.
Yeah, no way.
I wonder why they started putting those inside the hole. What do we got? Anything?
Don't see anything yet.
Nothing on the head. All right.
Except for that one's a different color.
Huh. We're getting closer to having more lower end problems. I got no rod play either. I don't see it being a rod. I don't see it being a piston. I don't see nothing in the valve train. And it knocks like crazy. So I have seen KTMs where the primary nut comes off of the end of the crank and then knocks around. That or, yo, it's the magneto, like I was saying. I mean, you can barely see through the, like, you could see the tranny. Sorry, you could see the transmission from this side, but that just looks like, almost like it's the pickup screen.
Could be.
This one's making my head hurt. Because what could it be? Nothing.
Ah.
What we got? We got something.
It's a tooth.
It's got a Boulder Highway tooth missing.
Somewhere we're missing a tooth.
We are missing one tooth. Oh, dude, please don't be transmission.
I'm hoping it's behind here.
Remember your cam chain too. I don't know if that's...
Found it.
You found it? Where? Hold on. Ah, there we go. Super obvious. Right there. It is. Stop.
Sorry.
Okay.
Did I ruin it?
You're good right there. Not a crank, not a piston. How do you... Is that the starter clutch gear, yeah? Well, you got all of it into the counterbalance gear, so I wonder if it was... Because it's just cracked. I mean, besides missing that tooth. Well, that's pretty much a first for me, obviously. You can tell by our confidence in what we thought it was. Sounded like a crank, sounded like a broken valve spring, sounded like the piston slapping up against the cylinder, sounded like a whole lot of crap in there. And it was just a broken crank gear. The one-way clutch is underneath that, so that's what somehow you think maybe while it was running he hit the button and it just, what would cause that gear to break like that?
So that's probably the one way, so we have to check that one way. It's function, right?
Yeah, the one way is under it. So I'm gonna get up on the computer right now and start ordering parts for this so that we can get all the gaskets that we unnecessarily torn apart to find a broken tooth. But pretty pumped with that. It can't be too much money. Now watch the gear be like $500. Okay, so for our update right now, we just got all the parts in from Motorsport and we are going to put everything in. We got the timing gear in, the piece that had broke, and now we are assembling the rest of this engine. So it's on the engine stand. This was the gear that we lost, making a whole bunch of noise, 140 bucks. And we basically stole this bike because it sounded like a rod knock, sounded like a lot of money, and we were gonna take the gamble on it. So hopefully this is all it is. We got it all in there, engine's all timed, getting the rest of the cover together, and then we're gonna get this thing installed in the frame and then see if we have any more noises. Some of the guys on the Yamaha team are able to swap these things out pretty fast. We're gonna see if we leave the header on to make life a little bit easier, but
I don't know if we made the right side either.
if it doesn't work, we edit it out. A little tricky, but I personally think it's one of the biggest pains trying to get a full engine in and out of a frame. But if you do it enough times on the same model, it makes it a little bit easier. This is kind of one of our first of the new frame Yamahas. We did a lot of the 22 stuff, but on this generation, this is kind of new. So just got to figure out the tricks. You know, it's kind of a pain in the ass leaving the header pipe on there, but it's also sucks to try to get it on there. So if you can put it on beforehand, it makes life a little bit easier. So we're trying it that way. It worked, just kind of had to finagle it a little bit. I know some people that just take a big bucket and throw all their parts in it. We try to organize stuff, at least make it a little bit easier than just using the guess and hope method. As we go do the boring stuff and put this back in, we're gonna do a time lapse instead until we get to a better spot to where we're not boring everybody. Okay, we're getting ready for the final, or the first startup with this, and hopefully we have no more noise. Kind of double checking, put some oil in it, put some coolant in it. Put the battery on. Alright, here we go. We are going to start it up for the first time, see if we have any more noise, because you heard it before and it made a hell of a racket. So, Aaron, it's all you. Prime up the fuel tank. Almost. It's trying. That was a real big pain back in the day when you'd have to kick these things and that fuel line was 2 feet long. Be kicking forever trying to get it primed. Kind of a pain in the ass with them, but you know, it runs, it's quiet now. Somebody in our comments on Instagram said that it sounded like a Volkswagen diesel Jetta, where it's just knocking like crazy. All that from that one gear. You know, it cost us like 150 bucks for a new one. Still don't know how it would have broke, but let's get this thing fully buttoned up and on the floor. Well, if you made it this far in the video, we are done with the Yamaha YZ450. All that it needed was a primary gear, and we wasted a bunch of time and effort putting gaskets and everything in this bike, but we have her on the floor, ready to go for sale. So this was kind of a fun one because I'd never, even some of the experts I've seen in the field that we had talked back and forth when we posted our original video on Instagram was like, dude, I've never seen a primary gear like that explode. What caused it? I would love to be able to talk to some of these people that, you know, send their bike to the auction like this, that think that it's like, hey, I don't have $3 grand to put a new crank in this bike. I'd rather just go buy a new one, just take it as a loss. It is what it is. It ends up being $100 gear. Like, that is crazy, and super lucky with this kind of stuff. So this is the kind of stuff we'd like to find. We've only been burned a few times. One of them, most of the time when we get to these auctions, they say like, oh, bike doesn't run, it's super noisy, and it's either like a TPS, it's got no fuel in it, it's got something very simple. And one, we had a Honda where the rod actually went through the cases and cost a whole bunch of money to fix. So only a couple we've been burned on like this, but I feel very fortunate that we were able to get this bike for what we did, be able to fix it so easy. So until next time, thanks for tuning in.